Good morning, ladies. I just thought I would give you a quick update. Today is um, Thursday, November 3rd. That's my dog walking on the back of the couch, looking for a place to lay down. We went ahead and had we started stims on Saturday, the 30th. Saturday, the 29th. Sorry. And uh, our first ultrasound and blood test, which was nerve-wracking because y'all know what happened last time, and the stims didn't work last time, so it was very nerve-wracking getting to our first ultrasound and blood work. Sorry if that's distracting. That's Jack. Um, anyway, he wants to be in the video, I think. So we went in yesterday for our first ultrasound and blood work, and on the ultrasound, there were follicles, but they were very, very small, not measurable. But the ultrasound lady said that was normal for this early in the cycle, 4 days in. So she took the blood, and I got the call about 3 o'clock, and the ART nurse, you could tell by her voice that things were not good. So basically, my estrogen is again not rising. We're 4 days into the stims, now 5 days into the stims, and it hasn't gone above 20. So not good. Before we started this, on Monday I met with the doctor for my pre-op appointment, and I asked her, I said, well, what does it mean? And why can't you give me something to stimulate my estrogen? She said, well, you have to create that on your own. They can give you something, but it won't actually help in producing an egg. So I said, well, what does it mean if a woman doesn't produce estrogen, doesn't react to this? I mean, what do you give her? And they said, these are the drugs that they give you to increase your estrogen production and therefore increase your egg production. So there's nothing else that they can give me, essentially. I said, well, what does it mean if it doesn't work even with these drugs? And she said, well, we don't want to talk about that. It means menopause. So now I'm really freaked out because the chances of us conceiving a biological child, on my part biological, are seeming very slim because the estrogen is not rising again, and we're on the highest dose possible for the drugs. So they're giving me until Friday. I go back in tomorrow morning to see if the estrogen's rising, and I would assume that if the estrogen isn't rising by Friday, they'll probably cancel my cycle, and I don't know what that means. I don't know where we go from here in that case, because it's, what can you do? I'm a little bit frustrated. I feel like they should have known this already. They should have known if I don't produce estrogen. Like, you would think that that's a pretty standard test. Granted, I'm 35. I'll be 36 in a few days. And menopause is not really something that somebody my age usually has to deal with. The average age for menopause is 51. And I still have a period, so I don't get that. Like, I have a period. It's not like I, am in full menopause or whatever, but it's really frustrating. And I don't know if maybe it's the birth control pills I was on for 3 weeks or just too much suppression for my system. I don't know what the answers are. But it is very frustrating, and I told my husband before we went on Wednesday morning, I said, I don't feel anything. I don't feel crazy. I don't feel like these drugs are doing anything to me. And that's because they aren't. Which is really frustrating. So, anyways, that's where we stand. It's really, I guess my word of the day is frustrating. Frustrated. But it is what it is. It's part of my journey, so I'm sharing it with you. And I don't know what's going to happen. So, we'll see on Friday. I just want to try to stay positive, but it's so hard when nothing seems to go our way. Um, but that's, it's our journey, I guess. So if it doesn't work and she says that it's not going to work for us, period, then I guess we look at the next step, and um, I'm thinking finding an egg donor. I've already started looking. Um, the thing is, it's like, you think it's so easy to just be like, oh, well, just go get an egg donor. Well, that's tough. That's giving up the opportunity of having your own biological child. Granted, I want to give my husband a biological child, so I'm willing to do it so that at least one of us is a biological parent to our child. Um, I don't know. I don't know what else to say about that. It's very hard to think about giving that up and not being able to do, what you're put on this earth to do, and that's to have children. Um, that's not the only thing we're all put here for, but it's a tough pill to swallow, to think that after all of this, it's not going to happen. So I try to think positively, and that's that we don't know whether I can carry a child or not. I would assume that I can. But who knows? And if we do go the egg donor route, at least I would get to experience the pregnancy and bond with the child that way, even if it's not biologically my own child. So I have that to look forward to. The downside to egg donor is the cost. It's quite expensive. So I'm not super excited about that because it will probably delay us, I don't know, a year or more saving up. So anyway, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it, but for now, I just hope that my body decides to start working by Friday. That's tomorrow. Anyway, that is my update. Sorry it's not that upbeat, but it is what it is. Our journeys are highs and lows, and right now it's a low for me. So we'll see what tomorrow brings. Anyway, wishing you all the best, and thinking about you as you go on your journeys, and I appreciate the videos you post for all of those that I'm following. It gives me some hope to see when things are working, and I just think that this is a good forum to, if anybody has any suggestions or comments, or has gone through the same scenario, if something in your protocol made your body flip the switch and move in the right direction, please post a comment and share it with me. I will take whatever advice I can. So anyway, that's it. I will end this for now. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.